What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Pandemic Update for Wednesday, October 11th, 2023. Hopefully, if you had to take a COVID test, you tested negative, and if you did test positive, I hope you have a full and speedy recovery with no long COVID issues. We're doing things a little bit differently today. It's been a very busy day. I'm just now headed on my way home. Obviously, not enough time to do a pandemic update, and it's baseball day. The Phillies are on, so I'm not going to be recording during that. Yeah, good luck trying to do that during the Phillies game. So I figured we would do a little something now, and I do have a few things that I want to bring to your attention. First off, remember last week we were talking about aggressive driving? Well, there were a few things that I forgot to mention. I briefly touched on how COVID can affect the brain while you're driving, and that is something that I witness quite a bit. I witness people, okay, for example, a light will turn green. Someone will just be sitting there, tend to the traffic light. Do. Hello, it's green, you can go now. But nope, they're just in a daze. They completely lose their train of thought. Maybe they forgot they're driving. Maybe, I don't know what's going on, but I'm seeing that a lot. You used to see it with senior citizens prior to the pandemic, but now I'm seeing even people my age, and I'll be flat out honest, I'm 33 years old. I've seen people in their 20s and 30s, they're at the traffic light. They're just sitting there like, hello, it's green, you can go now. Like those type things. Or I'll see people make bad judgment. We've touched on this. Like, oh, I think I can turn out now. Like, well, no. Here's the person turning out. Here's the car coming. Like, yeah, that's not good at all. I mean, we're seeing a lot of courageous acts as of lately, but these you shouldn't be driving incidents, things that we would usually see with older people that shouldn't be driving anymore. It's happening at all ages now because remember, COVID is a virus that can impact the brain, and I definitely think that's happening. All right, about current events, some current events now. COVID itself. Well, I just told you, it's baseball day today. If your town, your city, has a team that has made it to the postseason, expect that there's going to be a lot of COVID going around. Maybe you work in an office. Maybe someone that works in your office is going to, go to a bar. Maybe go to a watch party. There's a lot of that going on. Here in Philadelphia, we have the Philadelphia Phillies that are in the National League Division Series. There's a home game right here tonight, just in about 20 minutes. And, a lot of people are watching those games. A lot of people are at the stadiums. A lot of people are going to be gathered together. That's going to cause cases. I know you also have Atlanta. That's who we're playing, Atlanta. You also have the Houston Astros, Texas Rangers. If you live in that country, Texas Rangers, you're going to the you're going to the championship series. I believe, what is that, American League? The point is, you're advancing. There's going to be a lot of celebration going on. COVID cases. So any area that's in the playoffs for baseball right now, look for increased COVID cases. But it doesn't stop there. We're coming up to another weekend pretty soon. I know it's hump day. It's the middle of the week. We're coming up to another weekend of college football. That as well is going to lead to COVID cases. It always does. We've watched it. Up in State College, Pennsylvania, they just had a bye week. There was no football game last weekend. Guess what happened over the bye week? Wastewater. It went down. We watched it rapidly go up during the game, and then during the bye week, it went down. They're playing University of Massachusetts this week. The point is, I'm just trying to give you a general example. That's the best example that I can think of because, well, after all, they get one of the highest attendances for college football in the country. This weekend, they got a game. It's going to go up. If you live near any college, Purdue, Northwestern, University of Southern California, somewhere up in New York, one of the Georgia teams, Alabama, Texas teams, Florida, any team that's going to have a college game, a lot of people congregate together. It causes there to be cases. And the same can be said for NFL. There's about 30 NFL teams. Any city that has an NFL team, if your team is having a home game, expect there to be an increase in cases. Following that for about a week later. So yes, just be mindful. If you live in a sports town, it's getting to be that time of year. We're getting a lot of crisscrossing because Hockey's about to start up. Basketball's about to start up. If you're getting a lot of these events going at once, it leads to more cases. And now the weather's starting to get colder. The weather's going to get colder in the north. It's a little cooler this week in the north, but guess what? Next week's going to be even cooler. Behind a trough that's coming down, more people are going to be inside. We're also coming close to mid-October, so this is something I should prepare you for. The second half of October, on weekends, maybe weeknights, more so weekends, parties start up, Halloween parties. I know all about it because I used to do rides for Uber. There'd be some crazy Halloween parties. I'd pull up on people in costumes. I got stories. I could tell you some stories that are, pre-pandemic, they were just crazy. But the point is, it's a big party period. Again, indoor parties, weather permitting. Maybe if you're in the South, maybe there's outdoor Halloween parties. But it also leads to more cases. We just passed Columbus Day weekend, which is now called Indigenous People Weekend. And quite honestly, it was nowhere near as big as it used to be. Around here, kids at school. I saw a lot of kids. Some schools were off, but the majority of kids had school on Monday. So I don't think that's going to be as big of a surge as I thought it would be. But Halloween's coming up soon. That will be a surge. You have these Halloween parties all across the country. You're going to have kids trick-or-treating. And a little bit early, but if you're going to participate in trick-or-treating, maybe you're going to give out candy, maybe you're not. Wear a mask when you're doing so. And no, I don't mean a Halloween costume. I mean one of these lovely N95 masks, because it is super important, because, kids spread germs. Anybody spreads germs. COVID is an airborne virus. There's also flu starting to go around. We're starting to see flu cases pop up. I'm starting to hear calls. I was listening to some dispatch last night, and I did hear a call that said flu-like symptoms. Did not test for flu, but they believe it could also be COVID. And then the other day, I did hear someone that said positive for flu. So, flu is starting to go around. So, it's not only good to just mask for COVID, but mask for everyone thing. And a lot of people, I get the comments on Twitter, haven't had one in a while, are saying, "Oh, COVID's over, stop with the mask." Okay, you can mask for any other airborne virus. There's a lot of other airborne viruses out there where the mask is super helpful. Okay? That's really all I have for today. Tomorrow, we're going to take a look at the data. I hope we can do an update from the computer tomorrow. We'll just have to see how busy my day is. There's no sense in trying to squeeze something into net. It just wouldn't happen today. So we did this today. We are expecting to see some more news pop up soon. I hope to get an update on what Donald Fagen. He's out of the hospital. I hope we get an update and find out just what he had. I posted a comment on Twitter earlier today, and this really bothers me, but I think there may be some legal reasons why this happens. There are so many people, celebrities. I put celebrities in the tweet. Someone said, well, it's really everyone. It is. They're right. When someone when someone is sick, they say, oh, has an unknown illness, mystery illness, or just some sort of an illness. If it's COVID, just say you have COVID. For the celebrities, maybe it's possible that celebrities can't report they have COVID because maybe there's something in their contract. Maybe there's a legal reason. Whatever the case is. But if you are able to report that what you have is COVID, please report you have COVID. And just clear the air. None of this, 3 months later we find out, oh, well, turned out so-and-so had COVID. No, just let us know. If we find out earlier that you have COVID, it raises awareness that COVID is still really bad. We don't know that Donald Fagen had COVID because he won't say, but we know that there were crew members with the Eagles that had COVID. The band, the Eagles. And so we can suspect maybe he was hospitalized with COVID. And, big names being hospitalized with COVID, that kind of raises awareness to maybe I should start masking again. This is still serious. Get the idea? Alrighty, folks, that's all I have for today. Hopefully we'll have a more, data-filled update tomorrow at my desk, at my computer tomorrow, with the latest data. Until I see you again next time, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel down below if you want to see more content like this. And by all means, share this with your friends. And remember, please drive aggressively, safely, and keep a watchful eye. Constantly have eyes all around. Look in every direction because I'm telling you, there's some crazy drivers out there. It's more crazy now than it was prior to the pandemic. I'll see you again next time. Until I see you again next time, stay safe, everyone. Have a fantastic Wednesday evening.